right?
When you use kettlebells, do you use the bottoms up kettlebell press? You have fabulous bench numbers. Would you use the kettlebell as sort of an accessory lift to increase your bench, or how does it work? Would it help the reverse? If you have a big
Well,
bench, it'll help your press.
the, I did the bottoms up presses my whole career. They just really helped my shoulders a lot. I didn't do a lot of barbell stuff for my list because it hurt my, it didn't feel right. I was never a good barbell overhead presser, but with kettlebells I just went to town. So they helped my bench tremendously. Everybody gets hurt benching when they wear the bench shirts, the bar will shear off. No matter whatever happened, my shoulders stuck together because they were strong from the kettlebells. I mean, I got away with a lot of stuff because I was just so strong from the kettlebells.
Okay. Things like the SOTS press, you squat down at the bottom and you press the bell up. Would you advocate training that, or you think it's of not much use in general?
I think it's for the individual, Ram. I mean, if the individual needs a combination lift like that, go ahead and do it. I was very specific in my movements, so I never did really overhead squats. I just did front squats with kettlebells with them heavy, and but all the people I trained, especially when I went to corporate offices, I had them do kettlebell squat and overhead thrusts all the time. It was one of the staples we did. So just to get somebody strong right off the bat, that's a very good movement. Anytime you can compound a couple different things into one lift, it's good. Like the Turkish get up. Remember that one?
Yeah, of
Yeah, I
course.
mean, I love watching getting kids to do that one. So you have to yell at them a lot, but they can get it done.
Okay. You still do the get up once in a while?
I don't. I do part of the Turkish get up because I do the one arm bars all the time.
Right.
But I have to teach it sometimes, and I'll shake off the rust and do the Turkish get up for somebody.
Okay.
But again, I'm trying to detrain. you know,
Yeah.
I want to hold together. And keep training until I die. So I don't want to. I don't.
Burn yourself out anymore.
I'm not doing the 32 Ks for bottoms up presses anymore. I don't. I
Okay.
just that's not something I want to do anymore.
Okay. Cool. When it comes to the squat, uh, it's a key thing. I've seen you also coach it that way to develop torque from the bottom up, right? The foot grinds into the floor and you get torque out of it
Yes.
and get into a good hip and low back position. Now, the question is I'm sure you would say that it's fine to get your feet slightly turned out, but not too much. Why then do we see pictures and videos of top level lifters with their feet turned out completely like a duck, maybe 30, 45 degrees? Why does that happen?
Yeah. Are you still? Can you hear me?
Sort of, yeah, I can
Can
hear
you
you.
hear me? Yeah. The reason you'll see that is because when you squat, you have to create torque, and when you dial your feet into the floor and you rotate your femur externally, you're going to create torque, and that's where some people do open their feet slightly to bring the hips in more. All
Yes.
right. I did a slight opening. I just felt was comfortable really. But if I could create torque in that stance, I knew it was a good stance. If you got to check your feet, remember how I showed you how to create torque with your feet?
Yep.
If you can create torque, you can recruit muscle, and that's the key. So I don't care if your feet are straight or slightly out. If they're very far out, you cannot create torque, and you have one shot at a linear plane, and that's it. And that's not good. But the thing is we like to be able to externally rotate from the hip all the way down to the foot, and that foot has to spread like a duck's foot. Spread and grab that whole floor,
Yeah.
not clenching toes. None of that stuff. So we really like to be at one with that. I call it a wedging technique. We flatten out and wedge between the bar and the floor.
Absolutely.
So that's how that works. You're just a generator of force. It just travels right through you.
Right. Okay. There's a lot of confusion in most people's minds, mine included, about which deadlifting style is appropriate or natural to which individual type. Like someone like you, you do sumo deadlifts. You generally don't favor conventional. Am I right?
I'm a conventional deadlifter,
Oh yeah.
but I can do sumos for training.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
I'm not going to pull singles as sumo, but I will do sumos for training. Like when you were here, we did sets of 5.
Yeah.
You know, we stayed kind of light at 50 to 55%, and executed the movement. You know, so sumos tend to transfer over to the standard deadlift, this conventional deadlift, pretty well.
Right.
But I just say go as comfortable. I have an old saying, Rom: a comfortable lifter lifts more weights. So you need to do the stance that you're comfortable with, and then build the lift up from there. Like Louis says, you need to build all the muscles that do that lift. You know. So we know with the deadlift, it's glutes, hamstrings, upper back, lower back. You know, a lot of quad off the floor. So you have a long day. Deadlift day is a long day.
Yeah. So coming back to the question, which style would be natural for which body type? You know, someone with long torso and short arms, or long arms and legs. It's pretty.
Are you wearing the shirt I gave you?
Exactly. Yes. There you go.
That's the Baylor Bears.
Yes.
Baylor Bears.
There you go.
They're undefeated.
Baylor man.
They're undefeated in America right now.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, that was from the strength coach. He said it was just too small for me. But
thanks for
so
giving
you
me
got
your hand me downs.
Yes, you got a hand me down. I don't need your hand me downs though. So let's go back to this deadlift. You said who's built for conventional,
Yeah.
and who's built for sumo.
That's right.
Well, it seems like everybody can do conventional, you know, but there's only certain ones that are comfortable with sumo. And it's generally the again, the long-armed puller does well either way. The very long leg puller tends to do well with sumo because they have a shorter distance to go. So whoever does not have a dead spot when they pull up does well with sumo deadlift. Because sometimes, like I have a dead spot and I cannot get through it. But a lot of people don't have that and they feel stronger in the sumo style. So again, it's just comfort. If you feel stronger sumo, I can't tell you what leverages is needed. I can tell you what leverage is needed for the squat and the bench. But for the deadlift, I know you have to have shorter legs and long arms, you know. And like if you look at Bolton and Benedict Magnuson, they have normal legs, and at their waist, their chest seems to sit right on top of their waist. Like they have no trunk.
Okay.
Belt, then chest sitting on top. They have long arms. So when they go to pull, you know, they're just sitting perfectly in position to pull with that body type, you know. But unfortunately, that body type does not bench well, you know.
Okay.
Because the bench stroke is very long,
Right.
you know. So, but they still get on the squat and the deadlift end. They leverage wise went out, you know.
Right. Okay. I'll catch you one day and show you the new type of bench pad that I've created. Looking at your Thompson fat pad, I'll just show you how it looks. One day.
Okay. Why don't you just get a Thompson fat pad?
They don't sell in India. I tried.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. The shipping kills them.
No, we sent one to Afghanistan. If they send them to Afghanistan, they can send them to India.
I'm telling you, tell Rogue to talk to me. We'll do it.
Okay, I'll talk to Rogue and see if they can get you a fat pad. Jeez.
We'll create lots
It's India. India's a big country. I mean, you have nuclear weapons. We should be able to get you a fat pad.
I swear. Anyway, Donnie, thanks so much for your time. It was wonderful chatting with you.
No problem, Ram.
Okay. Peace, brother.
You take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.